And here we are. Alrighty. Dearie me. Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, Bassman, David, Basswoman, and her ladyship? Hope you're all well. Now, today I'm going to continue with my Batmobile. I've also got the paint I require to fix up the crime computer. So I'll get onto that. Something else I need to get onto. Bing. Bam. And, oops. Well, not quite boom yet. But now, boom. There's the link. And up we go. So yeah. Went to Facebook twice, I wonder why. Matters not, matters not. But yeah, so that's the what we're doing today, and I'll just get Bassman on.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Fine, sir. How are you doing today? Hello, David.
I'm good. I'm good. I felt better by the end of the day on well, my Friday.
Great.
Woke up feeling, sometimes you just wake up and you just feel like crap.
Yeah.
I woke up and felt like crap. And yeah, went back to bed. Woke up later, felt better. Well, not better, but as the day progressed, I felt better. And even went fishing yesterday morning, and may as well not have bothered again. We think some bad shit's happened to the river.
Oh,
that's just how it is.
Well,
as to how long it will.
Okay.
Yeah, well. Oh, hey Jeff, how you doing? Oh, how you doing, Basswoman?
Hello, Jeff.
Yeah. So yes. Well, I look in the mirror and I try to tell myself I don't look like crap. What other people think's a whole nother matter.
I try to fool myself every day too.
Oh, look. I also like to tell myself that I'm not looking like an old man. And oh, you got your crocodile running. Jolly good. Now, first things first. Boom. I discovered yesterday I was having a bit of a goosey gander at my engine block, and I realized I actually put part of it on the wrong way. But fortunately, because I hadn't glued it, it ultimately doesn't matter. So I just went yoink, turn, splatch.
Oh, the transmission.
Yes.
Yeah, I done the same thing myself, but my dumb ass glued mine, and I had to pop it apart and re-glue it.
The 1980. It's never run before. No. Oh, that's cool, Jeff. Jeff's 1988 Crocodile has never run until now, and he's got it running.
Wow.
So that's always a good feeling when you get that sort of a thing happening, for sure. Now let's get that camera around. Really. Now, first things first. Over to here. Yeah, the it was, as you can see, the reason I made that error is, I mean, you do it yourself, Bassman, but I'll explain it to the others. As you can see, it's actually I'll rest it behind my hand. That'll work better. It gives it quite a sudden drop there.
Yeah,
that's what caught me off guard, because it seemed to make more sense that, oh, hello, look at that.
Yeah,
that'll fit. And yeah,
same thing here. Yep.
But that problem has been circumvented, and there was much rejoicing. Now, excuse me a moment. All right. And I did actually have get onto some business stuff yesterday, and discovered that because my Google Ads hasn't been working well. And I wondered why. And I've gone in and done some research on it. And I don't know if it was the people who set up my website who have done, put the search words in. But no, you just wouldn't use those ones. It was just like, for fuck's sake. No wonder I'm not getting hits. Now, I invested in the Tamiya white paint. Tamiya is good stuff at any given time, in my experience. So, we shall... yeah. Pop these. Where am I going to pop these over? Pop them there for the time being. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to getting this done. What I'm wondering to some point, and this does also come down to, am I just making my life a bit hard? Answer, yeah, probably. I'm looking at the, it's got various ledges. I could theoretically highlight them with maybe chrome and stuff. Should I bother? Will I bother? No. I'm actually going the easy option for a change. Heaven forfend.
Can't say to blame you.
Well, it is, if I do that, all it really comes down to is that it's just me doing it, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And, oh, hey, Stephen, how are you doing? And as such, all I can really think is there's a point where if you can take detailing so far, and there's also a point to which it becomes modeling masturbation. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep my proverbial hand off it and just go the white for just the recommended color. This is going to be a bit, with black underneath, it's going to be a bit harsh initially, but that's okay. It'll all happen. So how are you guys doing today?
Everything is lovely. So I've actually I watched a little bit of Monty Python, The Holy Grail,
Yeah.
and The Life of Brian.
All right, how'd that go for you?
It's crazy, man. Actually, my
It's
son
gold,
had
isn't it?
watched The Holy Grail, and he told me some bits and bobs about it, so it got me interested, as long as what you said about it.
Yep.
And come to find out that George Harris, lead
Yes.
guitarist and songwriter of the Beatles.
Yep.
Actually,
I don't listen to much Beatles, but I'm deeply indebted to George Harrison.
yes.
Don't get me wrong. There's some Beatles I really like, but they're not my go-to band sort of a thing.
He actually refinanced his house.
He is apparently a very generous man.
Yeah, he refinanced his house in order to fund the movies.
Yeah. But there's one thing that really needs to be pointed out here, and you know what that is? I have a friend in Rome. Dickus.
Biggest dickus.
I just love how he gets right up into the legionary's face, like right up.
Yep.
Do you find it visible that I have a friend? He has a wife, you know. It's the delivery as well. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. One of the other scenes I really, really enjoy is when they've discovered that they're going to try and release Brian. And they've sent somebody to where all the crucifixes have been distributed. And there's Terry Gilliam and Eric Idle, one playing these two characters who are just, one's the jailer and he's quite insane. The other one's unable to speak adequately. And he comes up and says, "Have they left yet?" "What, sir?" "Have they left?" And just how Terry Gilliam's insane jailer comes up, pats him on the back very creepily, and then starts wiggling his finger at him. You think, what the fuck? It's just beautiful. And then as soon as the guy leaves, they just resort to normal conversation. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah.
I like the part where King Arthur is fighting the Black Knight across the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just a flesh wound. Your arm's on the ground.
That's it.
It's not.
Oh, right. Running away, are we? Come back here, you yellow-bellied bastard. I'll bite your legs off.
Oh, my God. I haven't watched them both completely through. I've just seen bits and bobs of it, and
yeah,
I am going to watch the other ones. I think there's like what 5 or 6 of them.
They've got another one that's worth watching, if you can get hold of it. Is called "And Now for Something Completely Different," and that's got a lot of stuff from their TV show put on in sketches, and some of that is gold.
Yeah, it is.
The Meaning of Life has some great moments.
Yeah, there was.
That's the sketch I would, or the scene I would refer you to most particularly, is the Grim Reaper.
No, I didn't see that.
Because, yeah, tidy work. Yeah. Now,
I think the Life of Brian made $21 million. It had $1 million budget.
wow,
and here in the United States,
profit.
Yeah, and here in the United States, it made 20 or $21 million off a $1 million budget.
And the thing I find really cool about that is, as far as return on investment goes, as a percentage, when you compare that to some of these huge budgets they're using these days,
Oh, absolutely.
It goes to show you don't need to spend ridiculous amounts to make a good movie.
And
Not that that's going to stop people in the future, but
I believe the Holy Grail had a budget of 400,000, and it wound up.
You're kidding me!
Yeah, it had a budget of 400,000, and it made like $5.5 million.
Jesus, that's a huge return on investment.
Yeah, that was phenomenal return on that.
And although if you look at it, the amount of sets they would have required wouldn't have been too extensive.
Oh no, absolutely not.
The castle is in fact definitely a model, and that's where part of the humor lies. When you see them look at Camelot, and they're going, Camelot, Camelot, Camelot. It's only a model. Well, it was only a model put on top of a small little green, and
yeah, that was.
So yeah, I can certainly see and then there have been costumes, of course.
Yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, I can see that being quite cheap to make.
I think there was 6 of them that made all the Monty Python movies.
Who was it?
I think there was 6 guys that made all the Monty Python movies.
Ah.
And I might be mistaken. I don't think I am, but the first one was made in 1948.
No.
I may have. There was two members of the 6, I think, that started the Monty Python movies.
Oh, no, that would be, they had a series. What it would be is they might have been put out by the same comedy troupe.
Yeah, there was
Python
2 of them.
didn't start till the 60s.
Yeah, the other ones didn't start to the 60s. There was something. I had to go back and check.
They went to university together. But the precursors to them were in the 50s were, I think, the Goon Show. Now, I'm not sure if they knew them, though.
Yeah, I don't think they knew them, the other ones.
Yeah. The Goon Show featured guys like Spike Milligan, Harry Seacombe, and yeah, they have that same left of center humor,
Right.
that Python have. I've only heard a couple of bits. And at one stage, I do recall. I can't remember how the topic comes up, but there's a Stoby pole been put into this ground, which is obviously where they go at risk of sounding silly, but yeah. And this character comes up and hits him. He's wondering what's going on. What's all this then? It's a Stoby pole. What flavour is it? Because it's made out of concrete, I suppose. Flavour of the month. And yeah, it's more in the delivery and stuff, and there's a whole stack that goes on with that. But it's just the way that he's looking at this Stoby pole like it's something to be eaten. Yeah. Spike Milligan, however, was was a classic case of a person with a lot of talent but very unhappy man, apparently. Which is a bit sad. Yeah, it's quite common. Look at guys like Robin Williams.
Yeah, that was terrible about Robin Williams. That was a very talented man.
He certainly was. But yeah, these are the things. Now, I'll give this a second coat of white later on. Once this is all dried on. But, yeah. There's a crime computer starting to come together. You still see some of the black. That may not be a bad thing. It's not looking like it's giving a bad effect in some ways. We'll see. Might even leave it.
Well, pretty good.
So, yeah. Now, zooming out a bit. Oh, here we go. David, also in the Goon Show was Peter Sellers and Michael Bentine. You'd know Peter Sellers. He did the original Pink Panther movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was gold.
Yeah, he was.
I've actually read the books because there is a book that goes with them as well.
Huh.
And one of them, The Return of the Pink Panther. There's this golden moment where he's going through this mansion looking for clues. And he finds it. Somehow he finds himself stumbling down these stairs like a klutz. As he gains his feet, hits a suit of armor, and for some reason gets hold of the mace. And he continues to get his feet. The mace hits the lid of a grand piano and takes a big chunk out of it.
Damn it, man.
And all the people in the room are, of course, looking at him with the dear God, what have you done thing. And Clouseau looks at the chunk out of the piano and goes, evidence. And the butler looks at him pointedly and says, that was a priceless Steinway. Response, not anymore, it is not. And yeah, but there's also, do you remember him with Cato? Okay, in the Return of the Pink Panther, at one stage, very early on in the movie, he goes to his apartment. And as he enters, he starts going through the apartment step by step, making sure, doing the full checking that it's all safe, that there's nobody trying to ambush him. And when he is finally completely satisfied that there is no such threat coming his way, he goes to get himself a drink from the bar fridge, opens it, and there's this little Asian dude in there who leaps out, and the pair engage in a battle royale. And like the apartment's getting trashed. They've both got, somehow Clouseau's got this staff hanging somewhere, and he's trotting one out while the Asian guy's doing likewise. And then, so I'm looking for part 56. The phone starts ringing. And Clouseau gestures to the Asian guy and starts calling, saying to him, Cato, now is not the time. And the Asian guy stops and says, oh, sorry, boss. And it's then that you realize that Cato is, in fact, in the employ of Clouseau, and that this entire charade is purely to keep Clouseau on his toes. And as Cato turns his back and goes to answer the phone, having been told now is not the time, Clouseau trots out, now is the time, Cato. Lays him out cold after caning him with the staff. Then strolls casually over to the phone with, hello? And worse, that's a marvelously savage way of dealing with it. But yeah, that's one of my favorite moments out of any movie. Possibly movie history, to be honest.
Right.
First time I saw that, I was in stitches. Here we go. Here's the part this is the part I'm looking for. Now, at least I believe it is. Now, which way around does it go? That way. Jolly good. Oops, it does. Almost knocked some stuff off the table. Now, sprue cutters. I see you. There we go. There we go. And this, oh dear, oh dear. Now it goes, which way around? Nah. So we're going that way, I would suggest. Yeah. All right. Let's see how this fits. 1, 2, there, I would say. Oh, yeah. Nice. That's friendly. Let's glue that in. That's my take on it. Now, excuse me.
We got a hurricane coming up the East Coast next week. Yeah.
Bit gnarly.
Well, you know, they got all these models showing which way it's going to go. It's going to come up through South Carolina, then come up through North Carolina.
Wow.
We're expecting to get a little bit of wind and some rain off of it. I don't think it's going to be too bad. But then there's another one behind it.
The part of Australia we're in, we don't have to worry about cyclones or anything like that. I have been close to one, though. Because when I was in Hong Kong, there was one coming nearby. And I actually remember going into Hong Kong airport, and in the distance, you could see lightning and stuff, and the clouds building. You could actually see it. And the wings were occasionally doing a waka waka waka, and we had to sort of like do the buckle up routine. And I recall saying to one of my traveling companions, if I see those wings coming off, I'm just putting my head between my legs and kissing my ass goodbye.
Yeah, about all you can do. We've actually come in close contact with one not long after we moved into here. We had a tornado and come up on the street of us. And they actually sound like a train.
Yeah, right. Well, when we were leaving Hong Kong, the wind factor was 8. And basically, Hong Kong had been put on notice that it's coming in. But that was as we were leaving. Something that was interesting to witness, because like I said, where I live, we don't really have to deal with those sorts of extreme wind events. We do get high winds, obviously, but
all right.
Hang on. Oh, David's been busy buying books this time, but again, for a bonus price, it's got to be said 14 for £10. So that's a bit of a score.
Books.
But yeah, anyway, when I was in Hong Kong and I was watching as we were leaving, something that was interesting was they had first like little condoms for umbrellas. So as you came from outside into a shop or whatever, they'd give you these bags. You'd put them over your umbrella and they'd catch all the water. I thought, now that's organized. And yeah, the sandbags were coming out and going across. So you had to pretty much step across the doorway, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Which is, yeah, well, what you're going to do now. The next one I'll put on is part 54, being...
Other than that one tornado, and I think it was Hurricane Fran that came through here.
Yeah, right.
And Hurricane Matthew. Yeah, Matthew that came through here. We saw shelters and all kinds of things, trampolines flying across the sky.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's full on, man.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, it was mad.
It's amazing what a gust of wind can do.
Yeah, I don't mind so much the heavy rain, the lightning, stuff like that, but that damn wind scares me.
Oh, and rightly so. Years we get in Australia, the cyclones are up north, and of course I'm down south. But there's a famous one. Have you ever heard of a city called Darwin?
No.
Okay, it's one of the provincial capitals up north. Basically a cyclone went straight through it in 1974. And as such, it some of the damage was, of course, pretty savage. But a teacher I had been in Darwin when Cyclone Tracy went through, and they'd had a friend staying over in a caravan, and they said, "Look, you better come in. The caravan is not going to necessarily stay put." I said, "Oh yeah, good idea." Well, the caravan did stay put, but what made it still a really good idea to have gone in was that where they would possibly have been sitting, a piece of corrugated iron had gone horizontally through the caravan.
Wow.
That's right about then you go, that's A, yes, fortunate you were inside, and B, wow, that's amazing amounts of power.
Yes.
Why isn't that?
Yes, wind is strong.
Oh yeah. Having a slight issue here. Oh no, there we go, I think maybe. But there we go. Maybe don't. Boom. There we go. And now, stop rolling around. And there we go. No, we don't. Maybe I should. It's a bit late to try and bore it out now. All right, there we go. So now we've got the distributor cap on. Starting to look a bit pretty.
Oh yeah, I think that was good.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's coming up.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Now, next, we can get. Ooh, oh, yeah, we can do that one. 206 goes there, does it? Or should I allow that to dry a bit first? I think I shall, but I will put on, I reckon. time for the headset ritual. I should just leave it. You know what? Hang on, is that in there? That's the only piece I've had any issue with it going like click in. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to be a little bit vigorous with this. It won't take much filing. I'm actually surprised, and that's part of the thing. That's probably why I didn't bother boring it out in the first place. Most of this fits so nicely. Just into here, I reckon. It could just be that I've got paint on it as a piece. That will sometimes cause that. All right, that should fix it. Rubbing. There we go. Yeah. Now I feel chipper and chirpy about the idea of gluing it. It wasn't quite stable enough, if you follow me.
Thank you.
There we go. Now, so what are your books on? What are your books about, David?
Yeah, Bass woman asked as well.
That's a much better book. That's sitting much more happily in my eyes. Happy for that now. Next. Here's something I wouldn't mind doing. Now, bam, bam, yep. Let's see how well these fit. I'm hoping that I don't need to. Might give them a bit of a file anyway. Let's see if it just slides in. It just sits that nicely. Wow. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's pretty swish, isn't it?
Like a glove.
Can't be unhappy about that, boys and girls.
Macmillan Cancer Charity bought 14 books, £6. Transfers to our money is $8.
That was a pretty good deal, David.
Oop. Now, let me just bit there at the top. But beyond that, well, I didn't need to paint that little line of red anyway. Oh well. Now, boom. Oh, here we go. Okay. The Falklands. There's a blast from the past. I find the Falklands interesting in some ways from a geopolitical perspective, in terms of the Brits were never going to surrender a strategic point like that willingly. It's like the reason they hold on to Gibraltar. Where was I? That's the wrong way, Rob. This way. And boom, boom. Oh, now shit's coming off. Oh, I see. I think. Oh, now it's making me unhappy. If I knock that out, no, stay there. Okay, let's have a look at this. I see. I've done this rather cack-handedly, I have. That's all right, I can fix this. Come here, you. This is going to be it's all going to come apart. That's okay. Come here, you. Come on. There we go. Let's fix this, people. Boom. This will take about 2 seconds. Bing. Come on now. Don't lie to me. Right, we'll get this done first. Oh, I ask you. Never mind. Right, you stay there. Ich habe gesprochen. You are going to go, boom. Let's do that. Should have done it that way first. Never mind. Oh dear. Al-Sad. Never mind. Let's, in fact, now, what I'll do, just to help the cause along a bit. Wow. That pencil nice and thick. No bad thing.
I guess that's one thing I should start doing more of is reading. I don't read enough.
You don't? I'm actually getting quite a long way into. I've been reading a few pages a day of The Godfather, and
I'll make that an offer you can't.
I started watching the movie again last night, and it actually makes the movie more enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because what you find is that you understand why some of the dialogue is occurring. You see that you understand the reasons behind it that isn't conveyed in the movie, if you follow me.
Right.
And it's kind of cool.
Yeah, the movies have been advertising over here. They're going to be coming back on again.
Okay. I've never seen Godfather 3, and I'm told I'm not missing much.
I'm not seeing that one either.
But, hang on a moment. I just need to... No, other one. Hang on. Of course. Yeah, but the first two are great. But it's an interesting thing that some of the stuff that's in Godfather 2 is actually in the book. And there's no Godfather 2 book, per se.
Huh.
Yeah. That's... hang on a moment. An old book on the Sailor King biography of King George V. Interesting. That's before World War One. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, the stuff you see in Godfather is a scene. Don't know if you've seen Godfather 2, but there are scenes that show what is essentially Marlon Brando's character in Godfather 1 as a boy. They're actually in the book, The Godfather. But again, there's no Godfather 2. So yeah. The book also, it shows some of the complexities of it all in terms of, yeah, it's undeniable that these guys, that Don Corleone is a bad person. He kills people. This is, and his business is, just wrong. but at the same time, he does do acts of kindness in its own dark way. It's a curious thing. Like, he does things that are genuinely nice, but like, for example, he wants to get his son back from who's murdered a copper and this other guy back in the country. And one of the other clans has a legal issue whereby one of their sons is pretty much going to get capital punishment. And because Don Corleone has got all the lawyers and stuff, can he help? And he's basically hits him with, well, no, I cannot, because I can't work miracles. But he hits him with this proposition, and it's this. He will pay the money to ensure that the widow of the guy who gets the capital punishment receives a suitable stipend every month, and that his kids will go to college. If he'll fess up to the murders that Corleone's son committed so that he can bring him back to the country without there being any issue of legalities coming into play. And that's agreed to. And you think, well, in a sense, there is a kind of niceness in terms of at least the widow and the kids are being looked after. But then it's pretty questionable morality when it comes to the point of, but your son's getting away with murder. You know?
Right.
So it's interesting in that context. Here we go. That's how it's supposed to sit. All right, let's do this one. Give that a bit of a file, I think. Because I think the thickness of the paint there is a bit of a poser. I don't need all of that out. But yeah, I'm enjoying reading it. Not quite sure what I'm going to read after. I've got a few options. I've actually got pretty much all the classic literature sort of stuff in my library. So I had gotten a start on Moby Dick. I might finish that off.
Okay.
There's a part of it that's funny because the narrator of the story, he goes ashore and he needs to get somewhere to sleep, and the Simkeep gets him a room with this Polynesian dude. Of course, he's an old school Polynesian dude covered with tats, and he's selling the heads of enemies he's killed to people up the. That's what they do, apparently. And the reason that gets funny is because there's a scene in a Futurama episode where, for various reasons, they get drawn into the stories. And at one stage, Leela is required to distract because they get sucked into Moby Dick. And at one stage, Leela is required to distract Queequeg, a big Polynesian dude. And she looks at him quite doe-eyed. Goes, so Queequeg, is there a Mrs. Queequeg? He just gives it this sort of like very what sort of a look. But when I started reading the book and I encounter Queequeg, the Polynesian dude, it's gold. So Queequeg, is there a Mrs. Queequeg? There we go. That's how they're supposed to look. And they fit flush underneath. I'll zoom the viewers in for this a bit. There we go.
Oh man, that's nice.
And it's supposed to fit nice and flush there, and that's what it wasn't doing before. So now I'll put up I'll let that dry in properly.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah. Now there we go. Now once they're dry, and that won't take, or dry enough, and that won't take long. We'll put them back on the engine block, and that will look swish.
Yeah, that was really good on there.
Now, while they're doing that, yes, there we have it. There's something else we'll do. Now, you come here. This is actually how I discovered that the engine block goes that way and not the other way around. Was through tinkering with, where have I put it? Oh, where is it? Dear me. The drive shaft. Here it is. This thing. Now, which goes almost. Now, I did have it fit quite nicely on me. For me, I would suggest, if I go, it's a question of angle. Yep, hang on. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Well, do I? These are the mysteries of life, I tell you. Now, what we'll do, I think this is nothing that a gentle application of this little sucker won't fix. Oops, wrong thing. Said it before and I'll say it again. These files that I got from my mum, bee's knees. Yeah. She had a lot of really good stuff that I inherited.
Well, that's really nice.
Her miniatures are really good.
I can imagine.
I've got some of them on display. There we go. I could almost not glue that, but as if that's going to happen, that would be a bad idea. Now, what I'm a little concerned about though is, hang on. Oh wow. Okay, maybe I won't.
So how many miniatures of hers do you have?
Well, that is what I'm looking at, you know. And actually, I won't glue it right now, and there is a reason for that. I might be. I know what actually, I can do this now. What I'll do first, let's just see how well our engine block. Oh, no. Yeah, that's good. Just making sure that it was not going to come short, if you follow me. Now, what else we can do? Oh, yeah. Here we go. We can. Now, Just looking where the exhausts are going to. All right, let's do them. Exhausts. There's one of them. Where's the other one? Dearie, dearie me. It's around here somewhere, obviously. Ah, here it is. Bing. Now, and that goes that way. No, that way, Rob. What are you doing, boy? Now, let us just... Nice. Oh, there we go. Oh, they even almost pointed out to you. How good is that?
Have you decided on decals or painting?
I'm just doing an assembly at this stage.
Oh, no. I'm talking about your decals. When you get to that part, are you going to paint them or are you going to use actual decals that came with the kit?
What were the decals like as far as getting them on goes? Were they cooperative or painful?
No, they're really cooperative. I mean, they done really well.
I might just go the path of least resistance, if you follow me.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoy them. They work really nicely. Went on real nice.
Look, nice decals, I'm happy with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pleased with them.
It's when you're getting the fisting of fury that you really don't want to know about them. And I mean, actually, I would even go so far as to say good decals are a pleasure to use. They really are.
Yes.
Shitty decals, oh dear. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's have a goosey gander and make sure it's the right way around, big boy, which is that way. So that should.
Well, I hope yours do like mine did. You know, normally you got to let decals soak for a bit.
Yeah.
These, you just get the paper wet and they're ready to go.
Oh, so they're really quick.
Yeah.
I've just look at that. This is again no glue. You gotta love them, don't you?
Oh yeah, it snaps right in.
And it just means that when you do put the glue, all you're really doing is confirming it'll stay there.
Yep.
I love them long time, GI. There we go. Now it's run. Yeah, I must say that as a general thing, this has been a real pleasure to build.
It really has. It was.
There we are. You can feel when it's right. That's a marvelous thing right there.
Yep.
Thanks, David. Now, next. Yeah, it's never a good feeling when you're sort of fighting the kit, as it were. You don't want to be doing that.
No.
I think we've all had that experience.
Yeah, there's been a few I wanted to throw across the front yard.
Oh, yeah. A friend of mine has what I would view as quite valid position because he earns a reasonable amount an hour. And his take on it is if he views the kit he is building as being more stressful than what he gets an hour, he's not doing it. And I can see where he's coming from.
Absolutely.
Actually, wait, before I do that, let's just... Oh, no, should be fine. Let's just check it. Now, and again, is that not quite? But at least I know it's not quite because I just know, because the kit does it all right. I tell you, boys and girls, that is the balls. Yes. Bing. Now, after this, this is something I also appreciate about it, is that because of the way they've gone about setting up the assembly, once you're at a certain point, you can do stacks of work.
Yes.
In one fell swoop. And that's a marvelous thing right there. There we go. Boom, starting to come together.
Yep, looking good, looking good.
We go. Well, oh, coolness. I could. Let's have a look at this. Whoa. Yeah, so doing that. And then we can... I'll let all of that dry once I get the bracket on, or the main locking mechanism on. I'll let stuff dry for a bit, I think. Although, I can get the shock absorbers onto the suspension, perhaps. Oh no, that'll be easy enough. What I'm looking at is whether I should put them on before I try to get them onto the chassis, or whether I should put the shock absorbers on and then the suspension on top.
I can't remember how I did mine. I don't know what the directions say.
Well, they don't really communicate either way, one way or t'other, but at the end of the day, I would be prepared to go put them in the suspension first, because I'll have a look. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I put the suspension on, then I put the shock absorbers in.
Yeah, look, it's
That's what I did.
I would say that looks pretty straightforward on the grounds of, oh, here we go. Now, there's some big holes they've got there for these. Wow. All right, let's have a look. Or maybe I'm just... We'll come back to that. It's doing my overthinking. It's causing me to start overthinking stuff, and I do not wish to do that right now. Overthink stuff, that is.
Yeah, make my head hurt.
Yeah. Let me just have a look. The power of curiosity continues to compel me. Unless... I see. You see, what I thought it was that the shocks went... almost knocking stuff around. Went there, but horizontally, but they actually go across.
Yeah, they go in at an angle.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. Okay. That being so... Oh, for fuck's sake, what have I knocked on the ground? Oh, God, I hope it's just empty sprue. Where is it? I can't even see it. Oh, here it is, I think, maybe. No, that's not it. I'll know if I can't find something. Hang on. I think I have found it. And it's nothing to do with the Batmobile, but that's okay. It's handy. All right. At least I think that's what it was. If not, I'll go on a quick search and destroy. Now, this goes on nice and easily. Given that the shocks go in at an angle on the suspension, I would probably put them in separately, I would say.
Yeah, it worked out really good.
Well, so far it has all the way across the board, so you know, I don't think there's any great need to go second guessing them. Now, let's have a look. And this goes.
I think sometime next year I'm gonna try to buy me another bass boat. Hearing you talk about fishing has got me wanting to go again.
Well, it is fun.
There's really no private ponds or anything to go to around here.
Yeah, right.
A couple of reservoirs.
Now, boom. All right. Now, again, I'm going to bore those holes out just a little bit. I think the painters caused some of the holes to be a little thicker than they might need to be. That's not a problem. Well, certainly not when you've got a circular, cylindrical file like this. That will take care of business.
Yeah, they're pretty handy.
Oh, yeah. I may as well as do all the holes that I can see here, just because. Yeah, that'd be used. This is going to require a bit of delicacy. Actually, it's not really, because most of these are, there we go. Yeah, I wanted that cleared out, because I could see that was partially blocked. There we go. May as well give this one a bit of love. There we go. Next Saturday I might be on because I've got a music thing and I'm unsure as to whether I'm fishing or not. If I'm not, because me and my wife would only go for a short session, and sometimes with the way it's been lately, we're a little more. If it's not going, we're just a bit. If it's not going to be a decent length session, given the way it has been rolling with the effects of the algal bloom and stuff.
All right.
Yeah. Unless we can get a decent session, is it really worth it? Sort of a thing.
Well, I think so.
Yeah, well, I mean, even just getting out's nice. Let's not be shy, even for it's a couple of hours. That is undeniable. I actually wouldn't mind doing bass fishing one day, because it is I believe it's one of those things where you've got to really know how the fish responds.
Well, kind of do, kind of don't. Only during the summer, you fish kind of shallow, medium depth water in shade, and you're going to catch something.
Yeah, right. The closest I've actually come to it is a friend of mine used to have this Xbox game, Pro Bass Fishing. And it was actually pretty good fun because it was programmed for little vibrations through the pad and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. I had one too.
And oh wait, Jeff's got a river running through his town where you can catch bass, catfish, brown trout, and score.
Huh.
Anyway, but yeah, it was, and the way the game ran was you had to learn how to use certain lures before you could enter competition, and as such, you had to be able to show that you knew how to do certain lure techniques. And the one that always cracked me up did crack me up as I saw the title, was banging the bottom.
Yeah.
And which was, of course, getting your jig to hit the bottom to cause mud to ruckle up and cause the fish to get inquisitive and hopefully take your lure. But,
the best lure I found to use was a plastic worm.
Yeah, the whole point being, of course, take that term banging the bottom out of context at your peril.
Yep.
There we go. Boom.
Nice.
Starting to come together. Now, next, we shall shock absorbers. Now we need to be very precise about this. 71 goes on that way. And into where? They go there. And I would say out to there. Let's have a look at for a moment. Bing. I see where they go. Into these little side holes.
Yep.
Right. And I'd be thinking, I knew what I thought. Yes, there's a very specific side. Right. That makes it nice and easy to sort of get some bearings going on. I get it now. Marvelous. All right. So 76 goes on that side, being that one correct. Okay. Yeah. And that would therefore mean that would go. So we need to head out. Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do, where's my little file? Yeah. I see it doesn't go all the way through. We'll come out through here a bit. All right. Now, what I could do, I know what I'll do, is I'll glue the shockers in. And once they're still a bit pliable, so there's a bit of play in the maneuver, I'll wait till they're stable but movable, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's how I done mine.
And then I'll go spletch, boom, winning. I believe that's the technical phraseology that gets employed in these circumstances.
Bam, bam, thank you, bam.
Winning. Now, or I could also all the exhausts, do they go under or over the exhausts? They would go. Got it. Right. Last question I have will be shortly answered. So it's the thicker end out, obviously. That way. Boom. All right. Jolly good. Let's do this. Sprue cutters.
You know, you can catch a small brim and put a hook through his back and use him for bait for a bass.
Wow.
Yep. My stepdad actually caught an 8-pound bass that way.
Jesus, that's pretty chunky.
I got a 10-pounder on the wall.
Wow.
Yep.
I think they normally only go up to about 4. Isn't 4 or 5 generally the standard?
Talking about a bass or a brim? Bass or a brim?
Bass.
No, this one's actually 23 inches long and weighs exactly 10 pounds.
No, I'm talking about the average.
Average bass, about 2 pounds. Two to 5 pounds is about his average.
10 pound is an absolute kahuna.
Yeah, you catch anything over 6 pounds, you've caught a fish that's been around for a while.
Nice.
They don't get big by being dumb. You know what I'm saying?
No, they don't. No, they do not.
And if you don't know how to bass fish and you don't reel them in right, you can lose them really easily.
That's a bit like brim. One of their first port of call, as soon as they know they're hooked, is to head straight to the nearest snags.
Yep.
And if they get you there, you are fucked.
Had a bad day.
Not in a good way. There we go. Oh, that actually tells. I gotta say, that's actually really well done of them. There is no big trick to this. They actually, the shock absorbers will sit at the correct angle because it's made to do that. That's actually very impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why I was overthinking it because, yes, I was rightly going, oh, should I, shouldn't I? Oh, how does this roll? But no, these guys have thought of that shit. Bravo, I say. Ha! I had a sudden Southern gentleman from The Simpsons moment, but a slight paraphrasing, where I have no need to demand satisfaction because they've certainly delivered it. I say, sir, I have received satisfaction. Now, let's do this. And we're going just here. Boom.
Nicely done.
Just that easy. Gotta love them. Now we'll let those dry. I think it's probably a good idea. Well, at least get dry enough. Pop that over to there. It's all coming along quite swimmingly now. Now, next. Boom, get back to the engine, but get these back on. Now you get over here. You will just go there. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, nice. All right, let's do it.
And my wife has actually caught a 6-pound bass before.
Wow.
When we started dating, I carried her to my honey hole because every fisherman has their own honey hole.
Yep.
Yep. She landed a 6-pounder.
Nice.
We always throw everything back, catch and release.
Catch and release is good.
Yep.
That's what me and my mate do with the brim. And in fact, I would even go so far as to say, given that this river system has clearly taken some significant damage at this stage of proceedings, it's straight out essential.
Yeah. Yep.
Because, well, otherwise it ain't going to recover. That's as far as the river system we fish. Which is a bit sad, actually.
Yeah.
But hey, we can do our bit. Oh, there's something I'm a bit chipper about. It's like no one's really going to see this unless I highlight this, zoom you right in for it. But just see if I can get the light right too. You can actually just see those little red bits that I painted there.
Look at that pretty well.
Yeah, on the whole, you can't.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
But I'm pretty pleased with how that's coming up.
Absolutely. Yeah, I tell you, I didn't do mine justice.
I thought yours looked pretty swish, actually, but never mind.
Really good.
I'd be pleased if mine looked like yours.
Yours has turned out nicer than mine did. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm pleased with mine. It looks good, but I mean, you really put the detail on yours, and it looks nice.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit of a detail whore. These are facts. I see how this goes, I think. Right, so that goes... That's going to there. Let's have a look at this. And we have... where it is? I think it's in here. Other one. Where is... I see. I think. So...
Normally, a bass grows about a pound a year. So...
Yeah, right. So a 10-pound bass should be around 10 years old, logically.
Yeah, logically, yeah.
Some of the brim we catch, I have reason to believe, based on some research, because of course when we first started going after them, you do a lot of research on your species. Well, we did.
Oh yeah, I did.
And it turns out that a 40-centimeter brim, and we've both caught quite a few that are over 40, would be around 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, where's my other box of Batman stuff? weird. Hang on a moment. Oh, there it is. Excuse me a moment. I'm back. David's just found out yesterday that his aunt has gone into a care home, although she is 102 in December.
Wow.
That's quite a look. If it's a nice home, she'll be happy as Larry there. And if she's made it to 102, I mean, she's still able-bodied. She'll probably have a really good time, man. Seriously. Some of the ones that are around these days are really good.
Yeah, they are. They're really good.
Aged carers come along a long way from, well, I guess we could. Excuse me, I'm just filling my cord here. Be quite validly be called the bad old days. Now, but yeah, 102 is an impressive innings.
Yeah, I mean, you look at all the stuff she's seen and witnessed, you know.
Pretty much. I personally wish to live a long time, and there's an important reason for this. And I wish to communicate an important message to people across the lands as to how they can live a healthy and long life. And I want to be able to look down the barrel of a camera when I'm asked, and what do you think the secret to long life is? And turn to them calmly and evenly and say, spite. Spite mainly and an unbridled contempt for all humankind. And thus I will spread my message of hope. Now, that's what I was checking out. Yes, right, these are distinct. So that being 78 goes on that side. Going that way up and goes. I see. I think. Maybe. Perhaps. Right, so if that goes to there, and that goes, I see, yes, that all makes, I think, sense. Yes, it does make sense. Excellent. Let's do it. In fact, I can just check one thing out for good measure. Oops, almost dropped it. Now that one, I believe, goes here. It's going that way, or does it go? Hang on a moment. So that's going to go to there. Oh, I see. Oh, wow.
You don't see a 26-pound cat.
26 pounds? That's big.
Yeah.
Does that just sit at that range? Give me a moment. What I'm now looking for is... let's have a look. Where'd I put it? Around there somewhere. The bracket that goes with this. Oh, for God's sake. Maybe it's in one of these boxes I've got here, probably. Nope. It is nearby, that much I do know. Oh, really? Which means it's right in front of me.
Of course it is.
Oh, it will be. That's a given. No. I know it's on sprue. So here it is. No, it's not on sprue, but I have found it. This is the important part. Now this. Let's have a look. Then goes on.
Encouragement.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Did you really?
How does this go? But if that's going to happen, but, oh God, off you come, off you come. Okay, so it goes on there, does it? Hopefully. Come on, off you come. It's coming off. Come on, there we go. So maybe there. Let's have a look. I'm not quite pegging where this goes onto the... yeah, that'll make a difference, big boy. Yes. Rightio. Now, goes onto the outside. Actually, now that I think about it, it would make more sense. Boom, like so. All right, do we glue that? Yes, let's do that then. All right. Now, put that there. One. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, of course, that's what the wheels are going to go on, as if they would have gone. Yeah, there are times. Indeed, this is a time when I can trot out another Monty Python quote. Who is the brain of a duck, you know? Now, where is the other one? Here. Excellent. Boom. It's not fully painted, but I can fix that once it's on. That's easy. And it could even be that I'm being a little bit pedantic. Surely not. Now, this thing goes onto there, nice and neatly. Again, and I'll probably tidy up. Well, probably will tidy up that paintwork just because it behooves me. But coming along. Now, the only question I actually have is when to. Hang on a moment. I got that the wrong way around. Oh, no, I haven't. That's an easy. It's not the wrong way around. It's just a question of pivoting that around. I think. One of them's the wrong way around. That way, Rob. That way. There we go. Therefore, we have our wheel things going. Okay. Now, leave that there. Maybe I should glue them. Yes, I probably should. Then the question I have, I can paint that when it's all glued together, even if I want to. Might do that as one of the last things on the stream, because then it'll have time to dry before tomorrow. And particularly as it won't take long to do, all the more reason to do it at that point, if you follow me.
So you know I'm a toy collector, right, Rob?
Pardon?
I said, so you know I'm a toy collector, right?
Yeah.
So sometime on tomorrow's stream, if you would let me, I'd like to show my new item I added to my collection tomorrow.
For sure. Yeah, do it.
Okay. So yeah, sometime tomorrow I'll carry y'all back there to my toy room and show you what I just recently purchased.
Cool.
I'm very proud of it.
All righty, I'm looking forward to it.
And it is Star Wars related.
The plot thickens.
I
I saw this picture on Facebook yesterday, and it was it was clearly a still from when Vader is in that opening scene of the original Star Wars, where he's doing "You're part of the Rebel Alliance," and rah rah rah, giving you the drill about the transmissions. And but the way the still's been taken when it looks like his finger is like really close to her nose, and the caption reads, "Smell my finger. It's been to the dark side." Oh, that was pretty tidy. Yeah. Now, wrong way around. Hang on. How's that happened? Down we come. Now we come. Come on. Off you come. How did I do that? Hang on. That's correct. So how is that not correct? There we fix it. And I'm still going to glue it into position. All right. Now, what was it I was going to make mention of? Hang on a moment. What's going on here? Oh, no, that's correct. Beautiful. Nice. Now let's get this glued on. There was something I was going to make mention of. No. That's what it was. In Star Wars, you know how you often hear Yoda trot out the line of, how great the dark side is. You know, I've often wondered why someone doesn't just call him out and say, so what you're saying is that you got no bloody idea, mate.
Well,
that's what he's really saying now, isn't it? Don't tell him that. He'll get pissy with us.
Oh, Yoda.
There's Weird Al Yankovic did an outstanding song about Yoda to the tune of the Kinks' Lola. And what was one of the yeah, that's it. Instead of lo 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 la, it was y-o y-o-d-a Yoda. Yo 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 Yoda. Well, I'm not dumb, but I can understand what it is about this little green man.
Do or do not, for there is no try.
And you know what? There's a whole lot of truth in that statement.
Yep.
That's actually one of the things that's actually a thing I've tried to convey to students. Look, you know, at the end of the day, if you're just thinking, I will try, you're probably halfway to going, I will fail.
Yep. Yoda is a wise creature.
This is indeed the case. I remember, actually, here's a great Yoda one for you. And this is more to do, this is a Mad Magazine one.
Mad Magazine.
Yeah, there's a blast from the past, hey.
Yeah.
But they were doing alternative whatchamacallit, some accessories. So like toy sort of stuff. And one of them was Yoda's swinging pad. And Yoda's swinging pad is full like bar setup with a lounge and all the rest of it. And the scene has him reclining back on this lounge with his head in this hot blonde's lap. And the descriptor reads, when he's not training Jedi in smelly swamps, Yoda likes nothing more than kicking back and taking it easy like everybody else. Here with his fully equipped bar, lounge and sound system, you'll find it's true when Yoda says, a special way I have for the ladies.
I must say, Rob, you do that pretty well.
Thank you. Now,
yeah, we used to run around the house and talking to his voice and make perverted slurs to one another.
Oh, how could you not? Yoda is made for that. Come on now.
There he is. And the wife loves Star Wars now as well.
The what?
The wife, I made her a Star Wars fan as well.
Star Wars is gold. Certainly the original was. The original trilogy.
Oh, absolutely.
I drove my parents nuts because every time we wanted to go to they said, "Oh, do you want to go to the movies?" Yes. Please tell me you don't want to see Star Wars. I want to see Star Wars. I used to, I think I told you, I used to teach this, I was a support worker for this lad with autism. And he was obsessed by Star Wars. Absolutely obsessed. And something that was actually quite comical in this way was that if you gave him a mathematical sum, he would be incapable of doing it. However, like, so if you said to him, what's 9 plus 4? I do not know. If you said to him, now, Reeves, there's 9 stormtroopers. They're on patrol. 4 more join them. They've just come back from a tea break. How many are there? 13. It was quite surreal in that regard.
Huh. Well, they have their own way of, figuring things out.
Yeah, straight numbers didn't gel for the lad, but if you put it to him in terms of how many Yodas, how many stormtroopers,
yep,
yeah, he was there. It wasn't like he was unwilling to do his work. He was just different. Come here, you. Through you go. Through you go. Come on. There we go. Get you in. I might do the same with the other one. And then, but yeah, he sometimes you'd be doing your work with him, or his work with him was the point, and he would suddenly just start staring into the distance, and you'd see what he was there, but not, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And you'd say to him, "What are you thinking about, Reeves?" Darth Vader. He loved Darth. And then he'd stop and do what's called a skim, and just like, which is a little twitch they do. Some of them, it varies from one individual to another. And then he'd be back. It was an interesting experience. But yeah, the whole.
I don't know much about Star Wars movies, but the Phantom Menace, the Attack of the Clones were.
I've actually seen the 3 prequels. Yeah, I was a bit underwhelmed, I'd have to say.
They were made in the early 2000s, but they're supposed to represent the beginning of Star Wars.
Yeah. Now, I am, however, somewhat indebted to Revenge of the Sith as a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because a group of us from work went to watch it. And because of I was quite shocked to see infanticide in a Star Wars movie. Not as in, oh my God, this is horrifying. It was just I was surprised. I wouldn't have thought they'd gone down that path.
Yeah.
It's getting a little tricksy. I'm probably doing this the hard way. Get on there. And oh, you cunty thing. Oh, you cunty thing, you. I'll put this upside down. Yeah, that'll help, Rob. Dingus. Will it help? Having a time here. We'll come back to this in a minute. Hang on. Now, anyway, let's get this into position. Yeah, anyway, what it was, or the reason I'm indebted to it, is because when I was, we were still from work had gone out, and there was a young lady there who she and I had been getting a bit friendly, and she was a single mother. And she was quite shocked because of, oh my God, they killed children. I was shocked because, I didn't expect that. And
I know, right?
And this, however, seemed to get me over the line, so to speak.
Ah.
Yeah, he's not this gruff, harsh man after all. He's got a sensitive side. And given that, without exaggeration, she did not look unlike Nicole Kidman, I'm indebted to Revenge of the Sith as a result.
Wow.
Yeah. So whilst I wasn't a fan of the actual movie,
yeah, that's the only part that really gets you is, Anakin doing what he did to those children. That was bad, but
I am concerned about the whole way they've gone about. It's gone to a whole new merchandising level now, and I know that's the way movies roll these days, but it gets a bit, really?
yeah.
Now, let's see if I can get these in again, in this time rather, by having it the right way up. If not, I'll come back to it later. I've made really good progress already this stream.
Yeah, I'll take a gander. Take y'all around my toy room tomorrow. For the
cool.
ones that hadn't seen it before.
I think that's probably quite a few. But yeah, that'd be cool. I'll put that in the title, or at least in the description.
Okay.
Because yeah, something.
A couple of toys.
You got some very cool ones.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, this is cool. I see. Oh, that is cool. This is actually very educational because I see how this sort of thing would work in real life now. It's got a whole stack of play, and that's how the jiggle across and shit works. How cool.
Yep.
I learned me something, I did. Anyway, here's our suspension.
Nicely done.
Now, I'm going to let that dry. I will now go for, I reckon I'm going to get these exhausts in. And I reckon those parts of the suspension. Oh, this is good stuff. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Yeah. Then I can prep the fan up. So this should go quite happily and nice and easily. That way, of course. And that is that the one? Or is it that one? No, it'd have to be that one. Maybe I should look at the numbers. Who would have thought, eh? Hang on a moment. 74. Yes, it does make a difference. If that's going into there. I see but that doesn't make sense. Hang on a moment. So that's got to go into there. But that wheel is getting in the way. I know why. That's going to be a little problematic. Hopefully this doesn't crack on me. What we do, nice and easy, this needs to go in first, I would say. Yeah. Now, that hole needs to be a little more enlarged. Ouch! Almost nailed my own finger there. That would have been suboptimal. There we go. Don't lie to me now.
I've been watching Jeff's channel, and he's got a really nice train setup.
Certainly does.
Really nice train setup.
Now, I think I've created a bit of a poser here for myself. Okay, yoink. Here's a few problems. Let's get these in first, I think is what's got to happen here. Why are you not going in?
Well, my daddy always said if it didn't fit, to force it.
It's a little, for some reason, maybe. Give me a moment. Bit of filing. Seems just a shade too long. And then everything else goes on top of those rather than, I didn't think about that carefully enough. I think that could just be a little bit of inexperience with cars being shown there. That's fine. Yeah. Live and learn.
Yep.
How are we going now? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. There we are. I think. Looks pretty much right. Should I glue? And is there any holes here for them to be put into? No. So why are they there then? Rubbing. See, that's why it doesn't look right. If I get this one, I would get that one there. Oh no. But there's nothing for those. There's these little stems that are sticking out, but they don't go into anything. That's a bit weird.
Which one are you talking about?
I've got these little things that stick up. There's no holes that I can see for them to go into.
Switch them.
Pardon?
Yeah, take that one and put it on the other side. I think that's the way it goes. Yep. There should be two holes right there where the muffler's at.
Yeah.
Plugged into.
And now I have a different problem, but this is a tweezer job because there we go. It actually took the stem off. Now, Let's get this back in order. This won't take long. Now let us just bam, like so, as you say. All right. Let's get this happening. We'll get all this back together in no time flat. And other stuff on as well, I tell you. So it goes to the outside, round the outside, round the outside. There we go. There we are. Ah, yes. There we go. Ah. I reckon, with a bit of luck, this will be done, I'd say, this week. In fact, I'll go a step further. I'd be prepared to say it'll definitely be done this week, which would be cool.
Right.
Because I'm just looking at this basic rate of construction, which is pretty quick, actually, once you get it all happening. Boom. All right. Well, let's do it. Get off of there. All right. All right. I'll do it this way then. I ask you. There we go. You get back into there if you're going to be that stubborn. There we go. Right, exhaust's in. Let's get these back in, which won't take long, as I said. Bing. Bing. And yep. And bing. There we are. All right. Oh, that is starting to look a bit swish. Now, oops. I've lost one of the locker things, or things that'll help lock it in. Oh, no, there we go. There we go. Right, we just need to be a bit more assertive with it. There we are, I can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yes, I can. Let's just let that settle in a bit. Yeah, right. It's a very snug fit, but that's good. Oh, for fuck's sake. Did that to myself to scratch my nose. Oh, itchy nose, bad timing. Now, a bit lower. Come on, stay put. We'll let that dry, I think, would be the go. Yeah, just let that dry. I may as well as get my shockers back in position. Now, over here, when something's a shocker, and I'm sure it's probably the same in the US and the UK, it's something that's really quite shocking. It's bad. Or it can be a shock absorber. But yeah, I don't want to have a shocker with these ones. The fuck did that happen? All right. It's a pretty tight fit overall, eh? But that's yeah.
What you're looking for, right?
I'm just looking at it from the viewpoint of, it's all, it all, like insofar as you got the shocker is in contact with the exhaust, but that gives it support for when it's all very carefully and tightly structured, which is cool. I don't know if that part of the shocker would actually touch the exhaust or not. I wouldn't have thought so, but there we are. There's a slight angle to that. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's better. All right. Now, we want them at the same sort of an angle, you would think. Right. So, after all of that, boom.
Nice.
Got it all fixed up. Now, you can probably get some more done on our engine block, I would suggest. Right, 57, 59, and 60 could go on the back of the fan. All right, let's find them. Well, who would have thought? 58. 57, and that's 59. But that is correct anyway. Yep, got those parts right there. Let's do this. And I'm fast getting to a point where I've just got to let shit sit and dry. And I'm not unhappy for that fact, I hasten to add. This means I've made good progress. Because tomorrow I'll definitely be able to finish the undercarriage. Definitely be able to finish the engine block. Although I'll get a fair bit more on the engine block yet. Get stuck into the cockpit. Wow, all starting to come together. Now, that way around. And we go 60. That one. Goes. Off you come. There we go. This way. Boom. Jesus, that almost came off the table. And that would have made me most unhappy. It's being circular, I would suggest it would have gone a long way. Ah, I see how that goes on. I think. Yeah, that would make sense. All right. Glue. Let's see how it goes on, shall we? That easily, huh? And I'm not even going to, yeah, we'll leave that there. Boom. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Now, our next one, 57, which goes on there and then down there. Let me just have a good close look at this. Yeah, that's not so well drawn. Maybe it's just me. So you got that there. And there. Okay. That's not how it looks, but never mind. 57. I think most of these will be parts that I'm probably not going to bother gluing because I want to check that they're right as far as the fit goes. And then once that's done, I don't know how well these fan belts are going to take to having parts taken off of them. Although in this instance it will, I reckon. There we go. So we shall.
My wife's listening to the thing on YouTube. Did you know the Venus flytrap is only native to a few places here in North Carolina?
It does what? I know of the Venus. I know of it, yeah.
Yeah, it says it's only native to a few places here in North Carolina.
Yeah, right.
Pretty cool.
It is. I thought it was a tropical plant for some reason.
Yeah, you think. Like that.
I think they're pretty cool from the viewpoint of how it is that they actually get. I think there's 3 fibers in there or something, and if there's pressure on 2 of them, they just go.
Yep, close right up.
And see you later.
You've had a bad day.
Pretty efficient.
Yep.
That way. It's one of those marvelous things that when you look at what nature's done without any it's just you go, that's amazing.
Absolutely. Like a sand dollar.
Yes.
Sand dollars are amazing.
There's a whole stack of sea creatures that are just, what the hell, you know? How they survive, how they do things.
Dry it out and you crack it open, the little things inside of it actually look like little doves.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Now, glue here. and this will be the back of the fan belt done. So now I'll let that dry. Tomorrow we can get these and the fan on to the engine block. Next, we're going to get a bit of chrome on the engine block. And then, ooh, some other parts. Let's have a look. Where do they go? Which way do they go? Which way do they go? So they go under there. Is there why is there? Rubbing. Just trying to see where these parts go, but they don't really give a nice angle on the idea of that. Because they should be under there, you would think. Unless they go onto that red line, but that wouldn't. Well, maybe. There's enough space. Well, first, anyway, what I'm looking at these little parts here, I can't quite see where it's supposed to go on here, which is a bit, unless they go on those little holes here, but there's 3 of them, not 2.
Which part are you talking about?
These, the oil filter and stuff. Can't see where specifically they're meant to go. I mean, there are those 3 holes here that I could potentially use any of, but that doesn't somehow seem quite right, if you follow me. I will worry about that later. Give it a bit of thought once I've got this other part on. Actually, here's a cunning plan. I'm going to do those 2 parts. 210 and 52. And they should go, I would say, yep, bang, and that goes bang. Okay. This being part 52, yep.
Well, I know I put them on mine, but I can't see them. Crazy,
That's
right?
funny. Well, maybe there's a bit of food for thought right there.
Well, I know I got the fuel pump on there. It goes up there at the front, on the side.
Yeah.
On the driver's side, front, bottom.
I'll work it out. I mean, like I said, there are those 3 holes there that I could use any of them, really. But I don't think you'd have thought it was a little more precise than that. Oh, there we go. Nice and easy. All right, let's glue that in. Something I'll get onto tomorrow. I'll do all those little those final bits on the top of the engine block. tomorrow. So I'll finish the engine tomorrow. And I'll definitely have the, I'd say I'll probably even be able to get a start on the cockpit tomorrow. Right, that's that in position. Chrome. Boom. And at this stage, I am inclined, at this point, to just let shit dry once I get this in. Yeah. Then we're getting very close to just going bang, 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 bang. I think that's the technical phraseology that gets employed.
Yep.
And that will then go just there, I believe is the drill. Oh, you can feel that too. That's nice. Oh, that does look nice. All right. Well, let's do it. And then I believe it's streamwinding up time.
What you got going on today?
Well, a few things. I've got a lot of bit of work I want to do on the financial elements of my business plan for my course.
Okay.
I've actually got a dinner to go to that is related to my course. Because some people from my course are opening an African restaurant.
Huh.
And so they're putting on a dinner for course attendees. So I'm going to that. Should be nice.
Sounds like it will be.
Right, there we go. Our engine is coming together. Oops, is that straight? Yeah. Not quite. Hang on a moment. Back in a minute. I just need to tie that little element up. There you go. Why are you not going in straight? Let's have a look at this. Is there a conundrum I have here to address? Shouldn't be. I would be thinking... why then? I'm getting the impression that... Is that... Why is that not straight? It's going click, but it's not sitting straight. And that's a bit weird. So the only thing I can attribute that to is that it is in fact straight, but is it that is crooked and making it look? I think I see. Now, let's get that absolutely even. So I reckon that's the issue. There we go. Yeah, that is the issue. There we go. Now, what I might want to do, in fact, We'll come back to this one. But first, and I also want to do a bit of bass work as far as on my bass guitar.
Okay.
Also want to do some domestic stuff. What I mostly want to work on today is because some days I do music playing and some days I do technical stuff. Today I want to do music. Mostly tightening up Ace of Spades and getting a grip on the Immigrant Song. Because I'm going through those with my bass teacher at the moment.
Okay.
It's the thing about picking up techniques more than anything else. Now that is... Hang on a moment. I think I've made some ugly errors here. Give me a moment. Oh, of course I have. Dingus. Hey. Come here. Don't lie to me. That's better. That's still even. Yo, hang on. No, it does just have that. I'm finding there's a bit of the this that hangs out a bit further than I had anticipated. I'm just going to have to paint that. That's okay. Who knows? Tomorrow maybe a bit of tidying up on some stuff as well. Mostly because it behooves me, but you know, hey, what's a man to do?
Well, you can never tidy up enough. Even after I get them together, I still see stuff I tidy up.
I remember talking to my mum about when you sort of like show people your models, and she used to sort of like fully do them in club displays and stuff. And she said, yeah, and we agreed that, yeah, you're hoping that people don't notice certain, what you view as howling errors.
Yep.
That are probably in truth so trivial you're never going to care about them. But yeah, all you see are the errors.
Yes. You're absolutely right about that.
As a fun fact, I believe John Cleese from Monty Python is actually a bit that way with his work. He has real difficulties in seeing anything other than the failings of it. So yeah, interesting.
Yep. Stuff other people don't see is very clear to us.
Yeah.
Water bottles and fill them up.
Now. Okay, so you do the cockpit after you've... Okay. Well, most of this is coming along pretty swishly. Is that even a word? Swishly? Actually, tomorrow I might get into some deckling. Because if I get that out of the... I'll have a look at where all the... I might want to wait till I've got a bit more on the car together before I do that, hey? Anyway, we'll worry about that tomorrow. I reckon that's me done for today because I want to let shit dry. Well, not let shit dry, but you know. Okay. Well, that's me done for today. Pretty happy with the progress we made overall, actually. And again, really impressed with how neatly the kit actually does go together. Nice.
Yeah, it goes nicely.
Even when I've made howling errors, it's been easy to fix. Winner. All righty. Well, that's us done. First time viewers, you know the drill. follow, like, or subscribe. If you'd like to track me down other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And hello, kitty, kitty, kitty. There's I don't know if you remember, there's a Warner Brothers cartoon where this bulldog bullies a cat and a mouse to get him more and more food. And at one stage, he's got the cat done up as the saber-toothed alicatus to get meat at the zoo. And then one day he makes sure that the saber-toothed alicatus has in fact escaped. Yeah, we both covered a lot of stuff today, David. I'm pretty happy. Yeah, and at one stage, the zookeeper's going looking for the saber-toothed alicatus, going, "Here, saber-toothed alicatus. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, saber-toothed." Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. And Bassman will be showing us some toys, and I'll be doing some building, and we'll have a good time, and every player will win a prize. So we'll be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And our pleasure, David. See you guys later.